Netflix, 5 facts you might not know. Netflix is one of the largest streaming services in the world, but its origins are humble. The company began as a DVD mailing service that catered to those with visual impairments. Today, Netflix is valued at over $100 billion. However, despite its success, Netflix has its drawbacks. There are plenty of other streaming services out there with more specific focuses or exclusive content designed to appeal to certain demographics. But if you're looking for an all-in-one service that offers both quantity and quality across all genres and types of shows, then Netflix is your best bet. Here are 5 facts about Netflix you might not know. More than half of American households have Netflix. Netflix has been growing steadily since it was founded in 1997. But its user growth skyrocketed in 2012 when the company started licensing more and more original content. This growth can be attributed to several factors. First, increased competition in the streaming market has forced Netflix to lower its subscription rates. Second, the company's decision to license popular shows and movies has increased the size of its library. It's important to note that Netflix's rate of growth has started to slow in recent years. With more than half of American households subscribing to the service, there are fewer people to whom the company can market. But growth will likely resume when Netflix releases more content in the next couple of years. The company has invested heavily in original content, and it's slated to release 80 new shows and films in 2019. Netflix has more than 100 million different user profiles. One of the many benefits to licensing content rather than owning it outright is that it allows the company to tailor its library to its users. Netflix's system is based on data. It collects information about your viewing habits, as well as your general demographic information, to create a user profile. With this information, Netflix is able to recommend shows tailored to your individual tastes. The system is designed to get better with each viewing, so the more you watch, the better your recommendations will be. You can also create different profiles for different members of your household, allowing each person to see their own recommendations and tailored content. This feature is especially helpful for families with young children, as it allows parents to create a kid-friendly profile without having to watch children's shows. Many popular shows on Netflix are licensed, not owned. While Netflix has created its fair share of original content, the company also licenses shows from other studios. Licensed content is cheaper to produce than original content, but most licensed shows do not belong to Netflix. Most companies that license their shows to Netflix retain the rights to their content. This means that if a show becomes a hit, Netflix can't air it forever. Eventually, the show's producers can buy back the rights, allowing them to sell the show to other streaming services. This is why Netflix has a smaller library than services like Hulu. Hulu licenses a lot of its content, while Netflix owns most of its shows. This fact also explains why Netflix's library gets smaller each year. As more shows become popular, Netflix has to buy the rights to keep airing them. The majority of people watch Netflix alone. Netflix is often associated with binge watching, but that's not the experience most users have. In fact, the majority of people who watch Netflix watch alone. This is likely because most people use Netflix in their homes, where it's normal to watch alone. It's also likely that many people use Netflix when they go to bed, as it's not a social activity. The reasons for watching vary. Some people watch Netflix because they can't afford to go to the movies, while others use it to avoid social anxiety and interact with others. The social aspect of Netflix is most evident during massive-scale live events, like award shows or game shows. In those situations, many users gather together in small groups to watch together. The biggest problem for streaming services is bandwidth. While streaming services such as Netflix and Amazon Prime Video are incredibly popular, they also place a massive strain on the internet. Streaming services account for around 1/3 of all internet traffic, and this number is only rising as more people adopt streaming services. One of the biggest problems with streaming services is that you cannot predict how long an episode is going to be. Over time, streaming services have attempted to address this issue by including an estimated time remaining feature. However, this only works if the episode is known to be roughly an hour long. If the episode is an hour long for one person and 20 minutes for another, these timers are inaccurate. This is also true for live streaming events. Usually, only a small percentage of users have access to the high-quality feed. The best advice for dealing with rising bandwidth issues is to use a virtual private network. VPNs compress data before it leaves your computer, allowing you to stream at the same speeds even though your internet is under more strain. In conclusion, these are just a few of the many facts about Netflix you might not know. Whether you use Netflix or another streaming service, it's important to understand how the services work and how their algorithms work, so you can get the most out of them. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoy the video. If you want to see more videos from my channel, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And please leave a like and comment. It'd mean a lot to me.